Can you name this 80s song?
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
That's Billy Idol's White Wedding from 1982. And in today's quiz, we will go through another 40 songs from the 80s, more specifically songs which were included on Now That's What I Call Music 100 80s Hits. To avoid any favouritism towards songs I like, I randomised all 100 songs and have only selected the first 40 on the list to make the maximum score for this 80s quiz 80 points. The minimal changes I made were to remove a couple of songs so there were no repeat artists. Other than that, it's all random 80s hits. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe for a bonus point. Good luck! We begin with James Brown's 1985 top 10 worldwide hit, Living in America. Elton John's I'm Still Standing got to number 1 in Canada and Switzerland. You Spin Me Round Like a Record from 1984 is by far the best performing single for Dead or Alive. Taylor Dayne topped at least 7 worldwide charts after the 1987 release of Tell It to My Heart. Mike Oldfield's most successful charting single was in 1983 with Moonlight Shadow, which, like many of Oldfield's songs, included vocals from Maggie Riley.
And it's gonna be so different when I'm on the stage tonight. Like the
Super Trooper was the title track on ABBA's 7th studio album, which was the best-selling album of 1980 in the UK.
I live among the creatures of the night. You take myself, you take my self-control. You got me living.
Self-Control was first released in 1984 by Italian singer Raf, who topped charts in Italy and Switzerland before Laura Branigan's cover in the same year got to number 1 in 10 countries.
When I was scared to touch you, how I spend my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much, never too much.
Never Too Much by Luther Vandross was ranked at number 466 on the Rolling Stone list of 500 greatest songs.
Where does it go from here? Is it down to the lake I feel?
Love Plus One got to number 3 in the UK and France, making it the biggest hit for Haircut 100.
Can't stop the way I feel. She drives me crazy, and I can't help myself.
She Drives Me Crazy was the first single released on Fine Young Cannibal's 1989 album The Raw and the Cooked.
Should've walked away. I should've walked away. I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew was certified platinum in the UK and Canada after its 1986 release. Technotronic's 1989 Pump Up the Jam was remixed a number of times, and I think many people will consider it more of a 90s song.
Time to figure out how to chase my blues away. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat.
Whitney Houston topped at least 18 charts with I Wanna Dance With Somebody, which was co-written by Shannon Rubicam of Boy Meets Girl.
As soon as I wake up, every night, every day. It must be love, love, love.
Labi Siffre originally released It Must Be Love in 1971, with Madness creating a more successful cover version a decade later.
Never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. Lady in red.
1986 hit The Lady in Red was included on Krista Burr's album Into the Light.
What sources now? We better hurry up. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
It's Raining Men was originally intended for Donna Summer, who along with Cher, Barbra Streisand and Diana Ross rejected the song, with the Weather Girls ultimately accepting after initially also rejecting it themselves.
Stop dreaming of the quiet lives, someone will never know. Have to rush to change the time of malice.
The Jam released Town Called Malice in 1982, a song which Paul Weller said was written about his hometown of Woking.
In the morning, like my mother says, when you gonna live your life right. Girls just wanna have fun.
Cyndi Lauper's first single, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, was a huge hit in 1983.
Do it if you really don't wanna dance by standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Until get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it.
Kool and the Gang included Get Down On It on their 13th studio album, Something Special.
Dionne Warwick's 1982 hit Heartbreaker was written by the Bee Gees, who recorded their own version 12 years later.
Power to know you're indestructible. Always believe it. Gold. Always believe in your soul.
Spandau Ballet's Gold was a top 10 hit in a number of countries, but it couldn't get any higher than number 2 in the UK and Netherlands.
He's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can. 'Cause she's living in the love of the common people. Smiles from the heart of a family man.
Love of the Common People was first released by the Four Preps in 1967, with Paul Young's version having the most success 16 years later.
Hey girl, move a little closer. You're too shy, hush hush, I do I.
Kajagoogoo topped various charts in 1983 with Too Shy.
I'm gonna Cupid's arrow, and here's the short and the narrow. For a handful of nothing, I won't cry out. It's hard to give you something.
All Cried Out was included on Alison Moyet's 1984 debut album, Alf.
Words on your head. You pretend like you are dead. Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you.
Gloria Estefan alongside Miami Sound Machine released Rhythm Is Gonna Get You in 1987, although it took about 18 months before it made it to the charts.
Hoping that I'll never have to say. It's just an illusion.
Just an Illusion was a 1982 European top 10 hit for British group Imagination.
Should have been this way. What can I say?
Martika got to number 1 in the US and New Zealand with the 1989 release of Toy Soldiers.
And you told yourself to dance, lover, this far. When will I be famous? I can't answer.
Ross got to number 1 in Ireland with the 1987 release of When Will I Be Famous.
Always talking about reputation. Girls, just be good to me.
The SOS Band's 1983 Just Be Good to Me has been covered and sampled numerous times, although the song itself samples The Guns of Brixton by The Clash.
The next time I'll be true. I'll be true. I'll be true. Teardrops in my eyes. Next time I'll be true.
Teardrops was a 1988 number 1 in Netherlands, New Zealand and Belgium for Womack and Womack.
Leave no track. Don't look back.
Temptation in 1983 was the best performing single for Heaven 17.
Teeth on your cigarette, foreign types at the hookah pipe say, "Hey-oh, hey-oh." Walk like an Egyptian.
The Bangles top charts in at least 8 countries with Walk Like an Egyptian. Rio was the title track of Duran Duran's Secco studio album in 1982.
Situations never change. Make or break. Break out. Don't stop.
British band Swing Out Sister topped the US adult contemporary charts with the 1986 release of Breakout.
That's your game. Girl, I'm not a piece of meat. Stimulate my brain. We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time.
Another song to have been covered and sampled a number of times is Jermaine Stewart's We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off. Soul to Soul won a Grammy for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with the 1989 release of Back to Life.
I thought it was you who would stand by my side. Giving me nothing but shattered dreams, shattered dreams.
Shattered Dreams in 1987 was the only top 10 hit for Johnny Hates Jazz.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants your love. Now, baby, give it up, baby, give it up.
Casey and the Sunshine Band got to number 1 in the UK and Ireland with Give It Up in 1983, and Dutch group Cut and Move also topped various charts with a cover in 1993. Wham included Club Tropicana on their fantastic 1983 album. And we end with Blondie's 1980 UK number 1, Atomic. So that's the end of this now 100 or now 40 80s hits quiz. How did you get on with this one, and which song used was your favourite? Thank you very much for playing along. Don't forget to like and subscribe for that bonus point, and I'll see you again soon for another quiz.